Hello everyone, hope you guys are doing good. Today I will be sharing with you guys my process with gouache. And I'm starting off with using a blue mechanical pencil, and then we're going to cut up this reference photo into thirds so that it fits the composition of the paper. And we're just going to be sketching both um, sketches with this one. And then we're going to layer gouache over it and do quite a bit of layering with gouache. Anyways, the idea here, or the story behind this one, is that my little nephew, he has a bear that he carries around with him, and I've seen it most of the time. Anytime we go to the beach, usually has it in the car with him. So the idea was that this little bear is at the beach, bringing the teddy bear into life in the sketch here, making sure the little bear has a story as well. And that's basically it. The next thing that I'm doing here is putting down my local colors. So for the background and the foreground, and as well as a focal point, the teddy bear, making sure that the color is evenly distributed around the paper and making sure there is no white to be seen, because I will save the white for last, and I will just use white gouache for any highlights that are needed. And that's basically it. That's all we are doing here. Anyways, I'll be back and I'm gonna leave you guys with some music for a little bit. Hope you guys enjoy. What we have done so far is added our local colors and the shadow to the clothing of the bear. Then what I'm doing here right now is just making sure that that left side of the face is a little bit brighter because that is where light is coming from. So that's what I'm doing. And then I'm also going to be highlighting the boots because I am going to overlap that with grass. So making sure that that is underneath. And then that's basically it. I just skipped around to the bear. Otherwise, I would have just focused on the background and the foreground and left the bear to like the last thing that I needed to paint. But I skipped around because there was just so much space to work with on that bear. And everything else has kind of just do like minor little details and work with the smaller brushes. And but the bear, you're just working with one brush the whole time, so you don't really need any of those detailed brushes. um, you can cover a lot of space with the flat brush that I'm using. So that's basically my only reason for skipping around to the bear. But then I go back to the background and I start working in a few of my layers, starting to add some detail to the grass. The grass is the section where it has like the most different tones and different values. So that's why I went straight into the grass and then making sure that it is as detailed as it needs to be. This sketchbook session is all about capturing everyday magic. So far this summer has been pretty great weather. Usually here in Oregon it's just way too hot to be out and about. But this summer has been pretty great and I have just been enjoying going to the beach with the fam. But yeah, it's been good vibes at the beach. I normally will just look for shiny rocks and shells for hours and hours and then just do a little bit of sketching. I don't know what you guys would consider magical or magic in your guys' everyday life, but for me, when I go to the beach and I find a really cool rock that has a lot of colors or something that's very unique about just a rock that I find anywhere, I get really excited and I love showing everybody my rocks as well. Um, Also finding a shell at the beach, like a whole shell, is pretty magical because over here in the West Coast, There are shells, but they're always broken because the waves are just so harsh and they break down the shells. Um, so that's what I find magical. Anybody that knows me will know that I love collecting rocks. I don't know why. I don't know why I like looking at rocks and collecting them, but that is my thing. I have a lot of rocks here in my room, in my little studio corner here. I will put my rocks that I have found in like my pots or just anywhere near my plants to make it look a little bit decorative. And it also just helps the plants too with like retaining water and moisture. Um, I will put him near my window. That is where I have a few rocks over there. And I have some shells on my window too. Um, where else do I keep my rocks? Oh, I keep my rocks on my bookshelf. I had a few rocks on my bookshelf. And I also have shells on my bookshelf. Um, there's like a little stack there, like a little pile of rocks and shells on my bookshelf. And then I will also keep some rocks underneath my bed because that is like the only place that I can really put all my rocks. I just have a box full of rocks. And they're from like different places that I've been to. A lot of them are from the beach or like the river that I've gone. And I get a rock from every state that I've gone to. So yeah, I don't know why. I just like rocks. Rocks are pretty cool. Actually, today my sister even brought me some rocks that she had found from the bus stop, so I will be adding those to my pile on the bookshelf where I keep little tiny rocks and shells. And who else am I getting rocks from? My sister went to Florida. Yeah, she went to Florida, and she's gonna be bringing me some rocks and shells from over there. So I have those that are gonna come in. But I don't have like a super overwhelming amount of rocks. I do have a lot in my opinion, but it's not like overwhelming where it's like a giant container of rocks. I have like a shoe size box of rocks. And yeah. So it's I'm not like crazy about them, but I do like collecting them. And also my family just brings me rocks, and if they think it looks cool and I like them, I'll keep it, but if I don't like them, I'll like toss them out in the backyard. For this little painting, the teddy bear is gonna go out to the shore with a little bucket and they're gonna collect some shells and rocks. And what they're looking at right now is the seagulls and pelicans. It was my first time seeing pelicans in the last vlog video. I don't know if you guys saw, but I got scared because those things look ugly. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen pelicans, but they are huge. They are like dinosaurs. I don't know why I got scared because they're just way too big. I've never seen them in real life. I've only ever seen them in like movies and on like National Geographics. But when I saw them, guys, they were enormous. Their wingspan is larger than a human. Um, so yeah, I got scared when I saw them. But that's what's going on here. They're looking at the pelicans and seagulls as they are walking to the shore. And yeah, that's it. That's what's going on here. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you guys with a little bit of music because I don't know what to talk about anymore. Voice over me is back. Hopefully, you guys didn't miss me too much. Recently, I was looking for a little mic that would work for my phone because these past years I've just been using the recorder on my phone. But I got this little tiny mic, and hopefully, you guys like the sound quality. But if you guys don't end up liking it, then I'll just switch back to my regular phone recorder. But yeah, I definitely want to do little ASMR videos here and there for you guys. I like ASMR videos and I want to do some of those. I want to try it out. I've done a short ASMR video, which was really popular here on the channel. So maybe I'll do that again. What else we got to talk about? I'm not sure what else we need to talk about. Let me think for a little bit. I remember what I was going to say. So basically, you guys have never seen what I look like. I mean, you guys have seen the top half of my head. You guys know what that looks like. But I've never done a face reveal, so I'm thinking that once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will do a face reveal. I think it would also just make my audience connect more with my videos, that way you guys can not only hear my voice, but actually see what I look like and who's behind all these videos and the art that I am creating, and get to know me a little bit more. But yeah, I haven't shown my face on here because I was a college student and I have heard some stories where students have gotten snatched here in Portland. So that's why I kept my identity hidden. Sooner or later, you guys will just end up seeing my face. And this is where my sketchbook page ripped from the tape because I forgot that this sketchbook has like a layer of pulp where it's just kind of like fuzzy, and the tape will just grab onto it really well and it'll like rip the page. Anyways, if you guys made it to the end of the video, hopefully it's because you guys really enjoyed watching and you guys subscribe and you guys like the video. And if you want, you can comment down below. But yeah, this is what the sketchbook spread looks like, and that's it.